welcome back to a new video. If you're new, I'm Chanina. Hey girl, hey. So today is Sunday and it's after 4 o'clock. I just ended my shift. I've been working since 8 o'clock this morning. And I was gonna keep going, but my battery is getting low and I got other stuff to do, girl. I gotta do laundry, which I'm here at the laundromat right now. I just put the clothes in the washer. I've got to run over to Dollar Tree to get some stuff for Olivia, and then I have to go inside Kroger because I told her yesterday that I would make shepherd's pie. I don't know why we call it shepherd's pie when it has beef and not lamb. Maybe I should start calling it a beef pie. Anyways, so I told her I was going to make shepherd's pie today. Yesterday I gave her an option because I told her I was going to make it yesterday, but I ended up getting a taste for some tacos. So I asked her, I said, what do you want to do tonight? You want to do tacos or you want to do shepherd's pie? So she was like, well, can we do tacos tonight and do shepherd's pie tomorrow? And since I already said yes, I'm going to go ahead and fulfill that request. So I've got to run inside Kroger to get a roll of ground turkey. I'm not making a huge pan of it. It's probably only going to be enough for tonight. Yeah, for tonight. So I only need one roll of ground turkey meat. Oh, and a bag of mixed vegetables, which I'm hoping I can get out of the Dollar Tree. And a packet of low sodium gravy. So, oh, and some onions and peppers. So an onion and a pepper. So hopefully I'm able to find the frozen vegetables while I'm inside Dollar Tree. But if not, then that's fine. I'll just get them inside Kroger. So anyway, let me not waste any more time before we get into this. I was sitting here reading this book called the Bible Promise Book, which, funny enough, girl, Lawanda, if you ever come across my YouTube channel and you remember me, girl, I apologize. Miss Lawanda gave me this book for encouragement 15 years ago. And, well, maybe 14 years ago, because Olivia was, well, she couldn't walk. But I didn't just have her. Anyway, the point is, we worked in a salon together, and we left that salon and went to another salon together, and she went to church all the time. I never talked about my problems, but one day out of the blue, I think she sensed that I was going through some things, and so she gave me this Bible as encouragement, something to read. If I recall correctly, we did have a conversation about me reading the Bible and all the things and getting into it and struggling with it and everything, if I'm not mistaken. And so she gave me this Bible. This is actually a Bible that her grandmother gave her, and I haven't been able to give it back to her because we actually lost touch. So if I ever run into her ever, or girl, if you just so happen to come across my channel, let me know so that I can mail this to you. I didn't intend on keeping it, but I have been taking really good care of it. And I've had it in my purse pretty much every day. And now I've got it sitting in my car. So anyways, I am reading the chapters about joy, or the scriptures related to the topic of joy. That's how this book is broken down. It's got the contents, if you guys can see it, it just has the subjects, and then when you flip to that section, it gives pretty much all of the scriptures that are related to that section. So because I have, personally have been having somewhat of a tough week, I've been shedding a lot of tears this week, I decided to flip straight to joy. So the first scripture related to joy comes from Isaiah 55:12. It says, For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. The next scripture is from Psalms palms. Psalms 89:15-16, and it says, "Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance. In thy name shall they rejoice all the day. In thy righteousness shall they be exalted." Okay. I don't know why. I feel like this is, what translation is this? Because I've read a couple of scriptures at it. The King James Version. No wonder I feel like I can't read. It's the King James Version that always make me feel like I can't read or something. Because I stumble up on the ye's and the these and the thous and the, you know, all the things. So anyways, I'm going to hop over here to the Dollar Tree. I may or may not show y'all what I'll pick up. It's really like hygiene stuff, but on a budget. So actually I'm not going to show y'all that because it's stuff for Olivia, and you know, I already shared things about her. I ain't trying to share everything. So anyway, let's hop on over here to DT, girl. Our third home. Our second home is Kroger. First home is, of course, my home, which, by the way, I have come to the realization that I do not have to have a lot of stuff. Okay? The other day, I was walking around the apartment and I was in my feelings. Well, I wasn't in my feelings. I was feeling a little cluttered. It was like every time I went down the hall or I went into a room, it was just stuff. We have a lot of stuff. We live in a 3-bedroom apartment. And I done decluttered this apartment I don't know how many times, but it just still feels like I have a lot of stuff. So I think I've come to the point in my life where I don't have to have a lot of stuff. I can not have a lot of stuff and be perfectly okay with that. So yesterday, I dropped off 3 bags of items from my dining room and my kitchen and half of my living room to the donation box. And that felt great. And this is stuff that I've held on to probably because someone gave it to me or whatever the reason, girl. It's excessive. A lot of things that we have is just excessive. All these TVs that we have, the multiple kitchenware, it's just excessive. And then I also was thinking about, you know, God forbid, y'all know my husband's going through a health thing right now. He's been going through a health thing for a minute, and God forbid that the worst happens. I don't want to be stuck with all this stuff, right? I don't have to have an apartment full of stuff to feel homey, you know. So yeah, girl, I've just been getting rid of stuff. Okay. I've been keeping things that have some sort of sentimental value to me, and everything else just getting donated. I do want to donate some furniture. So there is this company that'll come and pick your furniture up. So like the china cabinet, the bookshelf. Olivia, she said, "Well, why don't you sell it?" Girl, I don't feel like going through all of that, like putting in things on Facebook Marketplace and all that, and then gotta have my taser ready just in case whoever's coming to get the furniture is a nut job. Like I don't want to do all that. I would rather just give it to a family in need. Girl, I have a whole bed that can be donated. The china cabinet can be donated. Because like I said, if anything were to happen to my husband, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Other than to give it away anyway. Okay? A lot of it is heavy. Well, the china cabinet is real heavy. It's going to take 2 people to lift that and move it. That's why it's been stuck in the same spot forever. And every spot it gets moved in, it stays there for a long time because it's just too heavy. And although I do love the china cabinet, that's like my favorite piece out of the furniture set, it's like I said, I have to let some things go. And so probably by the end of the year, my apartment is going to be kind of echoey and looking a little bit empty. But it's okay. I'm cool with that, girl. I am so cool with that. If I can find an apartment that, downsized to a 2-bedroom that's cheaper than what we're paying now, I'm probably going to consider that too, because the reality is, like I said, with everything going on with my husband, I have to be able to afford the living situation. And right now, our living situation is kicking my butt. That's why I'm out here every single day trying to make money until I can find a job where I'm not using my car as much. Until then, I got to do what I got to do. The bills don't stop just because I can't find a different type of job or a second job. We're still getting billed. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I feel like that conversation that I had with the Georgia Power lady was a complete waste of time, because my bill is still the same amount, girl. It's giving that Georgia Power don't want nobody to have lights, because why is it still $400 and no one is at the house? Okay? So it has nothing to do with the amount of usage. It's the rate. The rate keeps going up, y'all. The rate of the electricity keeps going up because we haven't been using any more or any less power than we have been since we moved into this place. There's no one home during the daytime, so nothing is on. There's no TVs, no lights, no none of that. I even cut off the oven light now. And girl, the bill is still the same amount. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, girl. I know y'all didn't come here to hear me complaining about my light bill. I'm trying to be humble about it, because I'm pretty sure somebody else's light bill is way more than mine. Somebody else's rent is way more than mine. But I gotta be honest, we cool, we friends. I gotta be honest with y'all. If I can't be honest with y'all, then who can I be honest with? Okay, girl. Target to do a shopping pay, and I just dropped off a McDonald's. I did get myself a coffee, a hot coffee this time, y'all. It's 57 degrees out right now, according to my dash, and I decided to go with the hot coffee. I haven't done hot coffee in a long time for McDonald's. I normally just get the iced coffee, but I added sugar, cream, and caramel syrup. I should have added more sugar, another cream, and 2 caramel syrups instead of 1, because I got a large. But nonetheless, it's still good. And then I got my usual 2 hash browns. So I'm on my way to do my shopping pay. And on the way there, I got to thinking, because I was scrolling through my comments trying to make sure I hearted all the ones that I saw. And I did come across one under one of my older Arise videos, and they were asking for help because they were starting certification class soon. However, they weren't really specific as to what help they needed. But I'm gonna tell you guys this: certification class, as long as you're keeping up with attendance by being there every single day on time, ready to learn, taking good notes, participating in the class. So like when you're put into breakouts where one of you has to be the agent and the other one has to be the customer, do both roles, because it's going to help you with your script and memorizing it or becoming more familiar with it, and keep up with your self-pace. And that's pretty much it. You'll be good to go. The classes are now shorter than what they used to be. When I got on the platform, they were longer. I think I told you that before. And they're now shorter. But that does not mean that just because the class is shorter that you're going to receive less information. So that's where notes and handouts, things that you can print out and keep in front of you on your desk area, so that you can always refer back to it when needed, and you don't have to spend a lot of time looking for it. That's where all that's going to come in, and that's what's going to help you the most, because again, you are going to be referring back to these notes. You're going to be referring back to different PDFs or documents that you may have printed out for yourself, because a lot of the things that you're going to be doing in certification class is pretty much what you're going to be doing repetitively when you go into production and you're taking live calls. When you're in certification class, you will start taking calls at some point, and that is going to be part of certification. And so, yeah, I wouldn't stress about it too much. The first couple of days, you guys are going to go over like your tech stuff. So like making sure you get your passwords. A lot of these things, though, you'll receive before the first day of class, and you'll also receive like self-paced before your first day of class. Make sure you get it done before the first day of class. And again, I stress this, stay on top of your self-paced work, because it's so easy to get behind. I've done it before. I've seen other agents do it before. It's easy to get behind because you've got so many other things going on in your life, right? So what I always recommend is to stay 2 days ahead at the most, because all of your self-paced work is going to be either review over what you've done in class, or an overview of what you're going to be doing in the next class. So you kind of get the information a little bit ahead of when you're actually in the virtual class. So another thing I want to stress to you guys is patience. You're going to need it, because this is something that you're doing from home. You're not going to be micromanaged or anything like that. You're going to be in a certification class with other people, and there are going to be times where not everybody is going to be on the same page as far as retaining the information. However, do not let that discourage you. If you have questions, ask the questions. That's what the instructor is there for. They want you to get this information so that your calls are successful. It helps everybody out across the board when that happens. Your performance metrics are good, which means you get top picks over when you do your schedule and things like that. You may qualify for additional incentives, servicing incentives, things like that. So when you're in certification class, just remember, you do have to go through it in order to take calls. You're not going to be able to bypass that part of it, right? You're going to have to go through the training. I'm saying training, but the correct term in this scenario is certification, because it's not a paid training. However, side note, you do start earning revenue towards the end. So when you're actually doing like the mock calls where you're talking to real customers, your calls are monitored, and those are the calls that you're going to get feedback from your instructor and move you through the process. You will receive revenue for that. So and hopefully you will get through the certification and continue taking calls onto production, and then that's it until you want to jump into another class. So I wouldn't psych myself out about it. I wouldn't allow it to become overwhelming for you. If you just stick with those things, then you'll be just fine. Be in class every day, participate, take really good notes, have some things around you that you can refer to so that you're not pulling up files and going through your notebook and searching. Make it easy for you to service these clients, because it's just you at home. Yes, you will have support. There is a chat room that you'll log into while you're certifying and while you're in production, and you will be able to get assistance that way as well. So you're not just thrown on these calls and they're like, okay kiddo, there you go for what you know. No, they're not doing that. They want to make sure you get the information. So yes, certification, I know it probably sounds like a lot, but it's really not, y'all. It goes by so fast. Don't be so concerned. This is one mistake that I've noticed people make when they're in certification. They're so ready to get to the money that they don't even retain all of the information that's given to them. And just based on personal experience with some of my own agents, that can hurt you in the long run. Okay, it'll start to show on your performance metrics. So just a quick little, tip for you guys for that, for those of you that are starting certification with one of the clients on the Arise platform. And if that was you that asked that question, hopefully that helped. But if you need more help, you've got to be a little bit more specific, because I'm not sure, there's so many nuts and bolts to the platform. I'm not really sure what you need help with specifically. So you can reach out to me. My email is down in the description box if you want to ask me a question or whatnot. So yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all. Let's go into this Target. I'm about to pull up soon, so the camera's gonna cut off anyway. Okay, we're back. So it's the next morning, and I'm making myself coffee this morning. I'm not stopping to get any. I saved my cup from yesterday. So I'm gonna do that. I'm still working on donating some things. So I've got a bunch of stuff. Okay, I think I've changed my mind again about my china cabinet. I really, really like it, y'all. I really, really like it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and keep my china cabinet, but I am cleaning it out. For now, anyways. Oh no, I don't have any more creamer? Oh, or half and half. So I just got to move in here and get some stuff, because, let's see, going through my pots and pans, I've gone through like my containers and stuff, because I had like so many containers. And girl, we're not up in here storing tons of food, so I don't need all those containers. So I did half them. I donated half, kept half. As far as my cookware, it's not like I'm cooking for a family of 10, so I don't need 3, 4, 5 skillets and all that. So I'm going through that. All those mixing bowls that I had up there, I got rid of the ones that I've had the longest, and I kept the ones that I haven't had that long. So like my silver mixing bowls, those were actually gifted to me. So I'm keeping those. I've gone through my little bookshelf that had all the books on it. Got rid of some of the books, kept some of the books. My dishes, like I have, let me show y'all. Like I have these vintage plates. I'm keeping these because these are vintage and they've been passed down from the family. So dang, 1750. Crazy, right? These, I'm considering creating a new eBay account or listing those on my eBay account to see if they'll sell. They're a vintage item. But they have two oreganos, but I don't know. We'll see. And then these coffee mugs. I've sold coffee mugs on eBay before. It's a hit or miss depending on the coffee mug. So I'm considering maybe putting these on there just to see if they will sell. They're microwave and dishwasher safe. And then I've got this, I guess it's like a vintage Coca-Cola glass. There's no markings on it or anything. So I don't know. I might keep that. Who knows? And then all my wine glasses, I did pour out all the open liquor. This is a new bottle of liquor, so I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I might just, I don't know. Because of course I'm not going to sell that. But then it's like, I don't want to throw it away. It's not even open. But we're not going to drink it either. So anyways, Then I've got my wine glasses. This one I'm actually going to keep because this was a gift from my mom. So we'll put that over there like some years and years ago. But I don't need these. Don't need those. And these little plates, and these are so cute. So I might put these on eBay. We'll have to see. And then all this right here is getting donated. And then I've got some more books. So that leaves this stuff in the china cabinet. Olivia wanted to keep her Six Flags container or bottle, so we're keeping those. And then I've got some vintage glasses over here from, I guess, the 80s, 70s, 60s, something like that. Comes down through family. So what I think I'm going to do is half these. So keep half and donate the other half. I tried selling, because I had a bunch of these glasses at one point, but over time they've broken and things like that. So I've tried looking these up on eBay, but there's no markings on them. So I've seen similar pictures like with this similar texture to the glasses, but I'm not really sure. So I'm thinking about doing half and half. So maybe keeping these two, and donating those 3 because they go with this, or I was given this with them. So I'm going to keep this, and then the crystal vase, keeping that, and then I'm keeping my half of the Christmas plates.